What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the series of what's new and what to expect. I want to thank the person who left this idea in the comments to do MLB The Show 18 because this game is a gem. There's so many new things in this, and I really think it's going to be very, very popular because a lot of people already play the show. There's a ton of new stuff in here that I really think a lot of people are going to like. The only thing I can say bad about MLB The Show is it's only for PlayStation. But let's get right into it. MLB The Show 18 will be released on March 27th of 2018. And the first thing I want to get into is the road to the show. There are tons and tons and tons of new things that are going to be different road to the show that are completely different from 2017 MLB. And the first thing is you're no longer going to be getting points towards your player. Your overall is going to be based off of how well you do in each game and how well you perform in specific attributes in that game. So there's going to be multiple different attribute types, and that specific attribute type is only going to be able to have specific things and specific types, and only has a max cap on certain things, such as like a power corner is one of them, who's basically a power hitter. They're going to have a high ability to go higher and higher on power, but lower in speed and contact. However, the speed and contact can be raised if you equipped gear and other things like that that allow you to go up a little bit. And how it works is basically to keep your power higher, you have to hit more doubles, triples, and home runs. And to get your contact higher, you have to hit more singles, more base hits, and more base hits off of right-handers and left-handers and stuff like that. And there's going to be like that for each individual character. You can either do specific, you can be a pitcher, but for your pitcher to be good at certain pitches, you have to throw that pitch more, that pitch has to do better versus other pitches, and things like that. Another new feature that they're going to have in the road to the show is they have completely eliminated the pay to win, where you could buy training points to build your all-star and build your road to the show player even better. And you can no longer allocate training points, and you can't simply raise all of your player stats to 99. Instead, your performance on and off the field determines and rises and falls in your attribute. And basically, along with that, there are more things that they've added to it. You're going to be able to have more hair and facial features, and you're also going to have a better variety of skin tones, which allows you to have a more realistic road to the show character. Certain things that are going to help, one of the things that stuck out to me is basically if you're taking balls during your pitch count, it's going to be able to boost you in plate discipline for that game. But then striking out with runners on base is going to lower your clutch rating. And the video that's about to play next is from Polygon.com, and this is basically the creators of MLB The Show explaining everything I've just explained, but in better detail, so where you can explain, or you can see it even better. And it's going to play in just a second.
We're evolving Road to the Show this year, and this is a mode we have in the game for people who don't want to use everybody. Some people just want to create their player like an RPG, just use him. And you're basically trying to start in the minors and make it all the way to the majors, right? After you create your guide, you're going to pick an archetype. This is a big change for Road to the Show. This is going to govern the type of player that you want to become. So here's the wizard. The strengths are fielding and speed, weakness is power, because you can't do everything. We have starting caps and max caps on all of our attributes. Those max caps, you can't improve upon those. Those are going to be locked. Gotcha. Unless you put on some dope equipment like some shoes, some cleats, and you can go past the cap. But it's a trade-off. Do you want to hit for contact? Do you want to hit for power? Do you want a glove? Do you want speed? So you're going to choose ball hawk. Why the ball hawk?
Because you can improve them. A lot faster to improve a ball hawk than a powerhouse.
Power corner, absolutely.
Corner?
Hit home runs.
Power corner.
Something told me you were going to pick that.
Let's try Mr. Reliable.
Mr. Reliable, all right.
I'm going to go good hands. They're kind of in the middle. I want to be somebody that can help out the team in multiple ways.
Gotta go playing filthy. I think it's just the guys with the nastiest pitches. You know what I mean? When you have nasty pitches, man, you get outs. This is dope.
Oh, almost.
gotta have
So
that
if
one.
you start to increase your speed and your reaction time, you will eventually be able to get to that ball.
Yeah.
And that's what's really fun about Road to Show. Everything you do, that's how you make your guy better. You want to hit for power, you need to hit doubles, triples, and home runs. All of the points are auto spent now. So you can't create that 99 guy where you're like, oh, I want 99 speed, I want 99 contact. You have to do it all in real time in the game.
Cool. My guy rakes.
Does, see? So you got batting clutch. So these are all attributes going up in real time. So we are looking at the base gain screen, which is all new to MLB The Show 18. So you can see in this screen here, your contact went up, and your contact went up because you got base hits against right-handed pitching. Your power also kind of stayed the same, but it went up a little bit. So let's go down here to this arm accuracy, which went down. Why'd this go down, Trey?
I might have thrown the ball to third base when I was supposed to at the first. I don't know. I know where to throw the ball.
You know where to throw the ball. So another thing is players learn stuff from being on different teams and having different teammates. Let's say you get drafted by the Yankees. You're going to have opportunities to train with really good players who hit a lot of home runs, and that'll help you hit more home runs just because you're on that team.
Yeah, it's realistic, man. It's cool.
And that's a small snippet of what's in Road to the Show this year.
Pre-order now.
All right, now after watching that, you got to admit that was pretty sweet. What they're really doing with MLB The Show 18 is really awesome, and I really like what they're doing with it. But getting back into it, there's a few more things in Road to the Show that wasn't mentioned, such as basically at the end of every season, let me start with people were bringing up the fact that, let's say they want to improve their speed, but they can't improve their speed because they can't steal the bases. They can't steal the bases because their overall speed and base stealing agility isn't very high. So basically what they did to counteract with this is at the end of every season, your player will get 25 training sessions. And with those 25 training sessions, you can just focus on anything that you want specifically to improve on. So if you wanted to improve on home run abilities, you would increase your power. If you wanted to increase your speed, you would focus on increasing your speed by stealing bases and so on and so forth. And basically the last thing for Road to the Show that was really cool, they're still going with you can improve your top prospect, you can still be a first round draft and stuff like that, but how they're wanting it to go is you're no longer a highly picked prospect, you're a late round pick, mid to late round pick, and you have to build your way up from there. But it's still the same thing with 2017 when you could go back and improve your draft rating, be the #1 pick, and so on and so forth. But how they really want it is how I just said, your mid to late round draft pick. And on to what everybody came here for, which is the new features. There are a bunch of new features that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to keep it short, and I'm not going to explain everything in too much depth. That way you can follow along, and I don't want to blow the surprises for everybody. So first off is there's going to be new legends. The new legends, there's going to be Babe Ruth. If you watch the trailer, Babe Ruth is going to be in it. There's a new franchise mode improving, such as trade deadlines, features, and September call-up times. Another one that's a big one to me is that there is new commentary, and basically if you played any of the other ones, they all say the same things over and over, even in AA, AAA, even when you get to the major leagues, it's all the same thing, and it gets really irritating after a while because they sit there and say the same stuff. So they did improve the commentary with new broadcasters and new phrases and new stuff like that. They also added new replay features that include high definition, slow motion, stuff like that. Another new thing is expanded Road to the Show, which we already talked about, the player improvement, player progression. Something I didn't really talk about for Road to the Show is your player can improve in the player environment, basically adapting to the team. How they put it in the other video, which was the one that I showed, if you play for the New York Yankees, which is a very good high home run hitting team, you have a better chance of becoming a home run hitter yourself. You also get player progression and regression on and off the field, so basically the decisions you make on and off the field can affect your player progression or regression. There's new improved crowd modes, which is actually really cool too. Let's say your team's getting blowed out, the crowd's going to start disappearing, stuff like that. They have new hitting cameras, basically ones like the old ones, the strike zone cam, fisheye, stuff like that, but there's 5 new ones. There's also a massive uniform upgrade, such as new helmets, jerseys, and patches, and they made it to where you can be able to see stuff a little bit better and see things you might not have seen in some of the older ones. And there's also new player emotions. Basically, there's no more just players sitting around doing nothing. There's going to be player emotions. They're going to be doing fist pumps, 2 outs, 1 down signs. They're going to be talking to each other, stuff like that. There's also going to be new bat tosses, and another new thing is they did better fielding animations, better tagging animations, stuff like that. They also revamped the hitting engine, and a ton of new celebrations, swinging analyses, and bat flips. So going off of this, there's a ton of new stuff that's going to be in this new game, and I can't wait to play it personally. I hope it's as good as it looks, because the way they're putting it out, this game is going to be a gem, an absolute gem. I cannot wait to play this game, and I hope it's as good as everybody's making it seem. I hope to post some gameplay of it after it does come out, because it is going to be released, here very soon. And I really hope you guys like this video. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and keep this series coming. I really like doing this series, and I hope you guys like it too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace out.